Welcome to the Art of War, classic audio series on China Tales. In this series, we explore the timeless wisdom of Sun Tzu through the original text of the Art of War, followed by an insightful interpretation of its principles. To conclude, we'll share a song inspired by this chapter. Let's dive into the world of strategy. Original text of the Art of War, Chapter 10, Terrain.
Sun Tzu said, "There are 6 kinds of terrain: accessible, entangling, supporting, narrow passes, precipitous heights, and distant ground. When both we and the enemy can freely move, it is called accessible. On such terrain, occupy the high, sunny ground first and keep your supply routes open. In this way, battle will be to your advantage. When you can advance easily but retreat only with difficulty, it is called entangling. If the enemy is unprepared, you may go forth and defeat them. But if they are prepared and you fail to win quickly, retreat will be difficult, and you will be at a disadvantage. When neither side gains advantage by advancing, it is called supporting. Even if the enemy tries to draw you in, do not move forward. Instead, feign withdrawal and wait until the enemy is halfway out. Then strike for victory, a narrow pass. If you arrive first, block it completely and await the enemy. If the enemy arrives first and holds it strongly, do not attack. If they hold it weakly, you may attack. Precipitous heights. If you arrive first, take position on the high sunny side and wait for the enemy. If the enemy occupies it first, withdraw and do not engage. Distant ground. When forces are equal, it is difficult to provoke battle, and the outcome will likely be unfavorable. These are the principles of terrain, a matter of utmost responsibility for the commander. There are also 6 ways an army can be routed: flight, insubordination, collapse, disorder, disintegration, and destruction. These are not caused by natural disasters, but by the faults of the general. When forces are equal, but one attacks 10 times their number, it is flight. When soldiers are strong, but officers are weak, it is insubordination. When officers are strong, but soldiers are weak, it is collapse. When senior officers are angry and disobey orders, rushing into battle on their own, and the general does not know their capabilities, it is disintegration. When the general is weak and lax, training unclear, orders inconsistent, and the troops arrayed in chaos, it is disorder. When the general fails to gauge the enemy, engages with fewer against more, or with weaker against stronger, and has no elite troops, it is destruction. These 6 situations lead to defeat. They are matters the commander must fully understand. Terrain is the ally of an army, judging the enemy, shaping victory, calculating danger, obstacles, distance. This is the art of the superior general. If you understand these principles and apply them in war, you will surely win. If you do not, you will surely lose. Therefore, if the way to victory is certain and the ruler orders not to fight, the general may still fight. If the way to victory is not certain and the ruler orders battle, the general must refuse. Advance not for fame. Retreat not from fear of blame. Act only to protect the people and serve the ruler's true interest. Such a general is the jewel of the state. Treat your soldiers as your own children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Regard them as your own beloved sons, and they will stand by you unto death. But if you are indulgent yet unable to command, or loving yet unable to enforce orders, if discipline breaks down and order cannot be maintained, it is like spoiling a child. They will be of no use. To know that your troops are capable of attack, but not realize the enemy cannot be attacked, you have only half a chance of victory. To know the enemy can be attacked but not realize your troops are incapable of attack, you have only half a chance of victory. To know the enemy can be attacked and your troops can attack, but not realize the terrain makes battle impossible, you still have only half a chance of victory. The true master of war moves without confusion and acts without exhaustion. Thus it is said, "Know the enemy and know yourself, and you will never be in peril. Know the heavens and know the earth, and your victory will be limitless."
Interpretation of the Art of War, Chapter 10, Terrain.
In this chapter, Sun Tzu turns his attention to the land itself, the ground on which battles are fought. He explains how terrain shapes the course of war and why a wise commander must adapt strategy to the lay of the land. He identifies 6 kinds of terrain. First is accessible ground, where both sides can move freely. Here, seize the high, sunny ground and keep your supply lines secure. This will give you the advantage. Second is entangling ground, easy to advance into but hard to retreat from. If the enemy is unprepared, strike quickly, but if they are ready, do not risk getting trapped. Third is supporting ground, where neither side gains by moving forward. In such places, avoid direct engagement. Instead, lure the enemy out, and when they are halfway committed, strike hard. Then there are narrow passes. If you arrive first, block the pass and hold it. If the enemy holds it with strong defenses, avoid an attack. But if their guard is weak, take it. Precipitous heights demand the high ground. If you get there first, hold it and wait. If the enemy holds it, withdraw rather than climb into their advantage. And finally, distant ground. When forces are evenly matched but far apart, it is unwise to provoke battle. Sun Tzu also warns of 6 causes of defeat. Not acts of fate, but failures of leadership. An army may flee when it attacks an enemy 10 times its size. It may grow slack when strong soldiers are led by weak officers. It may collapse when brave officers command timid troops. It may disintegrate when subordinates, angry and disobedient, fight on their own while the commander is unaware of their true strength. It may fall into disorder when the commander is weak, training is poor, orders are inconsistent, and formations are chaotic. And it may be routed when the commander misjudges the enemy, attacks with the few against the many, or with the weak against the strong, without elite troops to rely on. Terrain, Sun Tzu reminds us, is not just the stage of war, it is an ally. A wise commander studies the enemy, plans for victory, weighs danger against opportunity, and measures the roads and distances. Those who master this will win. Those who ignore it will lose. A commander must also judge independently. If the path to victory is certain, he may fight even if the ruler forbids it. If defeat is inevitable, he must refuse battle, even if ordered to engage, and he must care for his soldiers. Treat them like infants and they will follow you anywhere. Treat them like beloved sons and they will stand with you to the death. But love without discipline breeds an army that cannot fight. The key to victory lies in 2 timeless truths. Know yourself and know your enemy, and you will never be in peril. Know the heavens and know the earth, and your success will have no limits.
Thank you for listening to the Art of War classic audio series on China Tales. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and help us share these timeless strategies. Your subscription supports us in keeping these ancient teachings alive. Finally, we've created a song inspired by this chapter. Please enjoy.
Under the weight of skies that burn, footsteps carve the earth in turn. Through dust and stone, through thorn and tide, the echoes whisper where ghosts reside. The ridge remembers, it never forgets, each scar it holds, each sun that sets. Shadows of the ridge, they rise, they fall, silent as the night, they call, they call. Through the ages they remain, wisdom burying the terrain. Blades once clashed where rivers bend, the ground still holds what time can clash where rivers bend. The ground still holds what time can't mend. A hollow wind, a low refrain. It sings of loss, it hums of gain. The earth, it listens, it knows our name.